In this video, we're going to look at how to help your student with Zoom. We're going to get to Zoom either from our Seesaw, if your student uses Seesaw, or from our Google Classroom. So this is Seesaw right now, and this is a Seesaw activity. You might see a link to Zoom that looks like this, or you might see a link to Zoom that looks like a picture with this link in the corner. Either way, if we click on it, we will end up in our Zoom classroom with our teacher and our classmates. Or if we use Google Classroom, it will look like this. You might see in the day's assignment a link that looks like this to join our class, or a link that looks like this here to join our class. So we're going to click on that one, and we will join our Zoom class. You're going to press join with video, and then you're going to be in a waiting room. That means the teacher can see who's coming into their room and decide to let them in. So the teacher will let you in, and then you will be in the classroom with your classmates and your teacher. The first thing we're going to look at is this mute button in the bottom left corner. We want to have it muted. That means that red line through it when we start, so that any noise from the background in our room will not get into the Zoom classroom. But when it's time for us to talk, part of a discussion or answering a question, we can click there and unmute, and then we can talk to the class, talk to the teacher, and then we'll mute ourselves again. So your student's going to use that button a lot. The next thing we're going to look at is this top right corner where it says speaker view. Right now we're in gallery view, so as many students are in the class, I'm going to see all of them in these boxes around my screen, or I can switch to speaker view, and then I'll see whoever's talking. So I might see my teacher in this big picture here, or whoever's speaking at that time in this one big picture, and then I won't see everybody else. So I'm going to go back to gallery view. Back to the bottom left corner, we can stop our video. We're going to mostly keep our video on during our classes, so it can be like a real classroom experience where we all see each other, see our classmates, see our teacher. But if you need to, you can turn your video off here, and then we can turn it back on. In the middle of our screen, we have a button called Share. We can share our screen. Our teacher might ask us to show what we're looking at on our screen with the rest of the class. I can press Share to do that. I have a chat box. I can open my chat box, and I can write a message to the teacher or to other students in the class. I can either write a message just to the teacher, I can write a message to the whole class. I will not be able to write messages just to individual other students. That will be turned off. So I can write a message to my teacher or to the whole class. And then I have a participant button. Participant button will let your student use all of these tools over here. They can raise their hand, then the teacher will know they have a question. They can answer with a yes or a no if the teacher asks a question, or with this three dots button over here, they can answer with a thumb up or a thumb down when the teacher is asking them a question. So your student will use the participant box to answer questions. They'll use the chat to write messages to the teacher or to other students, and they will use this mute button a lot when it's time for them to talk, and then muting again when it's not time for them to talk. And of course, they may want to switch to the speaker view and to the gallery view.